Montgomery County Police are searching for the killers of an elderly man at his home in Olney last night. It happened when the victim and his wife arrived at their home on Martin's Dairy Circles. Gary Reels is live with the latest on the investigation. Gary?
Anita, two masked men. Give me your money. What money? Those were the final words in the life of Gennaro Jimmy Fato. As you said, it happened last night out here at their home in Olney. The 74-year-old victim had just arrived home after picking his wife up from work in Olney. Relatives who have arrived here throughout the afternoon bearing flowers say it was unusual for Mrs. Fato to work that late. What happened upon their arrival home happened fast.
To me, it's just a shock. Really a shock. It's last night when I heard my body was just tremble.
Two unknown subjects accosted him and shot him.
Mrs. Fato ran into the house calling 911, reporting it as a burglary. Tonight it remains unclear if it was in fact a burglary, but neighbors say police have been in this community since another home was burglarized recently.
It just happened 6 weeks ago as well, and they're pretty diligent about coming through the neighborhood since then, so I'm not too concerned because I know they're there for us, but
6 weeks ago, a different house in the same street?
Exactly.
Teams of detectives are working the crime scene. A retired upholsterer, Fato was a member of a large Italian family.
I saw him on Christmas Eve at my sister's house, and he looked so happy. And I told him, I said, you look great. And he said because he was taking care of himself.
A niece left a remembrance that reads in part, "I can't believe someone has murdered you."
Someone needs to find out who did this because it's not right. I mean, he was a good man. He had no enemies.
Detectives are also trying to determine if that's a fact, that Mr. Fato or perhaps Mrs. Fato had no enemies. Finally, Derek and Anita, we are told that Mrs. Fato's work schedule had in fact changed recently at a retail store out here, and that she had been working evenings. In other words, their arrival home here just about 10 o'clock last night was consistent with their most recent schedule. Back to you.
Sad story. Thank you, Gary.